Russ, that must be a huge relief to snag the winner at the end there.
Yeah. Well, it shouldn't have been as stressful as it was. That's for sure. But yeah, I think big relief, big pride in the lads, in the players, the way they dealt with the emotion and the disappointment that they suffered within the game, for sure. But we deserved to win. I thought we played brilliantly. They didn't get near our goal. We conceded two really, really poor goals. Shot ourselves in the foot, no doubt about it. And we should have been out of sight by then, Toby. We had so many good chances, and some of the stuff was great to watch in the first half an hour. Then we lost a little bit of control, and then we came out again, deserved the second goal, had a few other chances. So yeah, we should have been out of sight. That's the only frustration for me. But took big character, especially with the run we've been on the last 4 or 5 games, to bounce back within the game and show that character, that togetherness, that spirit, to go and win the game. And they deserved it. They deserved it.
You mentioned there the run you've been on. It could easily have been, well, you could have been forgiven for just wanting an ugly, scrappy 1-0, but you've always said stick to what you guys do. And from that opening 5 minutes, I mean, the first goal, they never even got a touch of the ball, did they?
No, some of the stuff was brilliant, and on a really difficult pitch. The pitch is not helping us one bit. Again, it's not it's not the fault of anyone, but it's not. You can see that from here. It's getting. It was getting a bit better, and then playing Tuesday's just not helped it at all. Ethan Laird misses a chance from 5 yards on Tuesday because it bobbles and hits his shin, and that's the fine margins at the minute. So to do what they do on a pitch that's not conducive to playing really like that is incredible. Testament, it's credit to the boys, it really is, and takes a lot of courage. And some of the stuff, and I know conceding the 2 goals will make people maybe feel a bit differently about the game. It does me as well in the emotion of it, but it can't take away from so many of the positives. And some of the play was outstanding. The way they played together in the first half, the connection they had as a team to play out of really tight areas, the conviction in the final third today was much better, much better, no doubt about it. It was something we spoke about. So real credit to the players. They have to go out there and deliver it, and it's not easy, but they've done it today.
You mentioned those first half chances. Cameron Trump could easily have come away with 3 or 4 from that.
Yeah, I think I thought he was excellent, really, really good. Deserved 2 goals. I think his only frustration will be he could have had, as you said, a couple more. The goalie makes a great save from Scott Fraser as well in the first half. Yeah, so really pleased with how dangerous we looked today compared to Tuesday. It's something we spoke about, but we looked much more of a threat in the top end, and the performance wasn't too different from Tuesday. We're playing against a team who's really aggressive, got good players at the top end of the pitch, good athleticism, and we have to work really hard for what we get. And but the most pleasing bit was today that the build up was great, but when we got there we looked a real threat. So we need to maintain that. We just need to cut out the errors that the goals we give away, because it's the players didn't deserve to concede 2 goals today. They didn't.
At 2-0, it certainly felt deserved, but then there was just that little wobble, wasn't there? What do you put that down to, do you think?
Well, we conceded a goal. We made a mistake in our own corner and we conceded a goal. So, and with the run of games recently, the last 4 or 5, it causes a bit of anxiety for everyone. It was so soon after we scored as well. So, that's what it's down to. If you carry on playing the way you're playing for the next 5 minutes, the last half hour, whatever it was, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, becomes a lot more enjoyable than that. But they found a way, took big character, and they've done it.
Matthew Sorinola in the side again today, 3 assists to his name. You can't ask an awful lot more from your fullback there. Yeah,
I mean, the first one's brilliant. It was something that him and the skipper spoke about during the game. Early on in the game, Dino had recognised that it was on. So, brilliant that he's listened, and brilliant for Dino to recognise that, and for Cammy, so a really good goal. And then, 2 really good deliveries, something we spoke about, something the players have worked on. Really pleased with Matty. I thought he'd done well on Tuesday, and I thought he was excellent today. So, I think we would have loved to have him on the pitch a little bit more than we have done. But obviously things have transpired to not really help him. But he's reacted really well. His attitude in training has been fantastic recently, and he's been worth his place in the team. So we need more performances like that from him now. We needed more end product, and he certainly gave us that today.
I think that's probably one of his only shortcomings that we could have had this season, really, from a player who I don't think we expected masses from, but he's become one of those players that when he's on the ball you expect something, but has been that final ball that's sometimes been a bit lacking this season.
Yeah, I think that's not just Matty, I think it's probably us. I think it's probably us as a group at the moment. But yeah, you're right. He's done so much good stuff in his breakthrough season. That's why all the stuff that's gone on since January has been a real frustration, because we felt he was really getting somewhere and really kicking on, and it's halted the progress a little bit. But that's down to a lot of work with him, a lot of one-to-one work, a lot of video work. Luke Williams in particular spent a lot of time on the training pitch with him one-to-one. So, it's big credit to them too. And Matty takes information on. There's one thing he always does is listens, and he's a fast learner, Matty. And so, he's got a great attitude. We hopefully he can produce more moments like that between now and the end of the season.
There were chances before Matt O'Reilly's winner, though. I mean, were you thinking that it was never going to come?
Yeah, I mean, we had a free kick that I don't know how it went past the post somehow. I thought it was in. It went in slow motion. A couple of other good chances, and then you're just thinking maybe it's not going to be our day, and then you're just hoping to hold on for a point. They don't still nick something up the other end, but I don't think these guys ever stop believing. And the performance, I felt like there was always going to be one more chance for us. But yeah, great header, great run, great cross, brilliant from Harry Darling in the build up to drive forward with the ball the way he did. So yeah, big credit, and there's so many positives to take. I'm not going to let the poor goals we conceded take that away from how I feel about the players and how they performed today, because there was so much good stuff.
Given that the Oxford goal came so late, and it really did feel like such a gut punch, and has really been sort of, for me, it feels like a bit of a catalyst from what's happened in the last few weeks. How nice is it to snatch one late yourself?
Yeah, it feels really good. Obviously, it's not nice being in the. I think you're right. I think that really hurt us, the Oxford one. We were 30 seconds away from winning, and it's affected. It's affected the group. I think it's affected us because it was so frustrating. It was so annoying and hurtful at the time. We haven't quite. I think you're probably right. We haven't quite got over it well enough. But we have to move on. We have to. I did say to you, I feel like we've been building up to one of our. We're getting to where we should be in terms of performance and building back up to our best performance. And Tuesday I felt was another step in that direction. And again, we conceded a really poor goal, but the performance was good. And then today, I think it was a better performance on the whole. And so it's nice to win in that way for everyone else, but it's too stressful for me. Although I'll take it.
Yeah, too stressful for me as well, mate. I suppose ultimately it's just nice to be back to winning ways again, isn't it? And put to bed all the talk of a little blip that you've just had.
Yeah, every team has their moments. Every team has their dips in form. I think it's about how you come through them, how you ride them out. I think we've maintained trying to be us. We've maintained the process of trying to improve and learn new things and learn about us and learn about what the opposition, how they're approaching things. And that's been a big change, how the opposition are approaching us. They all come in with a real game plan, very similar game plan now, because they think it might be successful, and we need to find a way to navigate around that. And today we found a lot of solutions to a lot of problems, and we need to make sure moving forward we continue to do that.
Nice. Well, thanks, mate.
Cheers, Toby. Thank you.
Russ, that game must be a massive confidence boost for your players as well as yourself. You've got Plymouth on Tuesday, who are neck and neck with you in the table. It must be great having this win heading into what could be quite an important game.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's. I think Tuesday gave me a lot of confidence in where we were going performance-wise. But I think as players, you do need results. You need results to really help you feel confident what I would say, there's a difference between belief and confidence. They never stop believing in what we are doing, in their approach to how we train, how we analyse things. So they've been brilliant with that. But I think, goals and wins breed confidence throughout, and hopefully that'll do the world of good for a lot of them today. And as I said to you all the way along, we've got a lot of players who have never played at this level, have never played a full season, never played in this way. So it's not going to be easy. and they have to get used very quickly to dealing with disappointment in football, to dealing with the highs and lows, to try and remain consistent in their focus and their mentality during that. And they're young guys first and foremost, and not just football players. And that it's been a very tough year for everyone. So there's lots going on, and there's lots to be distracted by. And it gives me a lot of heading into Tuesday. It will help a lot of the young guys, definitely, especially the young guys. I think the older ones, you learn to deal with it and take each game as it comes. But for our younger guys who are emerging as really important players for us and into leaders, they're going to need to turn into leaders. It's going to be really important.
And you spoke about distractions. During that run of difficult results, you stood by your convictions on sticking with Plan A. As you said, results have improved over the last 2 games, but in those games you've lined up slightly differently. Would you see that as a pseudo Plan A, Plan B situation?
Yeah, I think, the Plan B thing I was referring to is the old, what I felt what I was getting thrown at me a little bit was to come away completely sometimes from what we are doing. You talk about Plan B, we changed formation 4 times today in the game. So I think we're always trying to adapt and be flexible. And as I said, trying to solve different problems with different solutions, different way of doing it without losing the core identity of what we want to be and what we are going to be moving forward and what we want to be us. So, I think it was probably out of a bit of frustration because when we were playing and winning, games, we weren't really asked about the style of play. We were asked about the players individually and, not just you guys, from me as well, from people at home, friends and family, and it's driven into the psyche of football fans, British culture of football. It can't always do that, and players at this level maybe aren't able to do it. But we're going to keep learning together. We're going to keep working at it, and we're going to try and keep getting better and better at it. Because so many times again today, you see how effective it can be, how effective it really can be, and of course we need to make better decisions at times. The guys have got a license to be flexible within it. We're not being stubborn and we're not demanding things that if they're not comfortable with. And there's a lot of feedback. It's a reciprocal relationship. We ask them how they feel when they're doing certain things, and they'll tweak things themselves with us. And I think that was just a real. It's just having conviction and belief in what we're doing, and trying to remain really consistent with that with myself, with the players, because it's not easy. And I understand why people get jobs and then they go in with an ideal vision of the team, and then they go. Of course, you have to adapt and change, but lots of people end up going very far away from what their vision of the team would have been at the start. And I don't want to do that. I want to try and get us as close as possible to the vision of the identity of what I see is going to be successful over a long period of time, because that's how I have to plan and prepare as manager of the club. So that's what that was about. But we adapt and we be flexible, and today was a sign of that. We changed it 4 times within the game with different personnel, and fortunately the players, it's nothing to do with that why we won, by the way. We just changed every now and again because we had to, how the game was going. But the players found a way to win, which is brilliant.
Excellent. Cheers, Russ.
No problem.
Ross, was it a sign of the faith that you showed in the same 11 that started on Tuesday that you pitched the same lineup and formation today? And was it pleasing as well to see more chances created with the same combination? Yeah,
definitely. I think they deserved another crack at it, really. I think they played really well Tuesday. We're really unfortunate to lose against a good team, a team in good form. I just felt we've changed a lot recently. We've had to, because of a lot of games, hectic schedule, people can't keep playing, a few injuries. I just felt we just needed a bit of consistency. I'm talking about it now, and I thought those guys deserved another chance, and they paid off today. I thought they were brilliant. I thought they were really, really good, and to them, to what we spoke about and worked on this week about being more threatening in the final third, they certainly did that. So really pleased them.
Sure. Was it pleasing signs of Matarali's development since being added to the first team squad in January, that he's able to have the energy right at the end just to run on and launch himself with that cross to win it? Yeah, brilliant.
Matty can do a bit of everything, really. He's I don't want to raise expectation too high, but he's a fantastic young footballer. He's a fantastic young man. He really wanted to be here and really wants to be here, which we spoke about before. And that means a lot to us because he has got a lot of ability. He's got a long way to go to get to where he wants to get to. And he's got a brilliant attitude to do that. So yeah, we need to be patient with these young guys. He's really young, but one thing he has got because he's young is energy. But that last one is not about energy, it's about mentality, it's about desire to get in there, it's about attitude to keep going, to put himself in that position, and because of those things he deserves his goal. And then the bravery and courage to put it in the back of the net when the goalie right in front of him. So yeah, really, really pleased for Matt. And I've said all the way along, we're so pleased to have him, and we now need to keep driving him on and pushing him on to improve.
Absolutely, yes. With the second Accrington goal, it's been credited as an own goal by Andrew Semmond. Is it just one of those unfortunate things that can happen in a situation like that?
Yeah, it just hits him, he's recovering, he tries to block it. I think he can be helped with a bit of communication from the guys around him, because I think it was going to fall to one of our players, if I remember rightly. I haven't watched it back, but yeah, it's just one of those things. I thought he was excellent. So, especially in the first half, him and Josh, some of the build-up play was fantastic, and he's a great footballer. He's been really unlucky with a few things recently, but no one can underestimate the quality and control he helps bring to our game, and he's extremely well appreciated and well valued by his teammates for sure, and us.
Indeed. All three of the starting midfielders, so McEachran, Soman and O'Reilly, were mid-season freebies. Is that the kind of profile that you're looking to try and bring in and to see if you can get something out of those kind of players? Yeah,
the other one was a freebie as well, Scott Fraser, so we've done all right, haven't we? Yeah, they're all lefties, which is not normal, I don't think. But yeah, I think if you look at them, two of them have played in the Premier League. One of them has come from a Premier League club, and one is striving to get there and has been one of our best players this season. So yeah, real quality, a mixture of everything. And then to bring someone on like Louis Thompson as well, it shows you what we've got. We've got Ben Glavin, who is injured as well in there, Jordan Houghton, and Dave Kasuma has been a big loss to us. So we're blessed with some real options and quality in there, and it's our job to make sure we get the right mix for different games and to keep them all really competitive. And it's probably why we've tweaked formation recently, because they're such good players. We wanted them to get them all on the pitch.
Absolutely. Warren O'Hora and Will Grigg, they took a couple at the end that were just massive whacks in the face.
Yeah, Grigg nearly scored. It was a massive chance. I expect him to score that usually. So no, yeah, Grigg I thought he was great when he come on. He's fine. I think he probably lost a few brain cells, bless him, but it was some whack into the head. He took it. I'm surprised he got back up so quickly, to be honest. And was as fine. Took one in the throat as well. So both, again, that was cannoned at him as well from very close distance. But both did really well to carry on, in all seriousness. And yeah, I think they'll be a bit sore tonight and tomorrow, but hopefully they'll be fine.